Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another exciting episode on our channel. Today, we are going to talk about the intriguing and fascinating life of one of the greatest pop stars of all time, the King of Pop, Michael Jackson. In this episode, we will dive deep into a topic that many of you might have heard of, but might not know much about. It is about the 15 darkest secrets of Michael Jackson that have remained a mystery for years. 1. Michael's brother Jermaine was jealous of him. Apparently, Jermaine Jackson was deeply jealous of his brother Michael, and it goes far beyond typical sibling rivalry. Family friend Stacey Brown said Jermaine ranted about Michael on an almost daily basis, feeling he should have been the one to become rich and famous. He was quoted saying, "That should have been me many times." 2. Michael Jackson allegedly had a secret love child. A fair few people have claimed to be Michael's love child over the years, but the most convincing story came from Brandon Howard. To start, there's a strong resemblance between Michael and Howard, in both looks and actions, but those aren't the only similarities. Brandon's DNA is a 99.9% match to the singer's. 3. Michael was encouraged to preach door to door. During their childhood, Michael and sister LaToya Jackson were encouraged by their mother to preach door to door, who was a devout Jehovah's Witness. Michael was only 5 at the time, but Katherine Jackson still sent her children out every morning in Los Angeles to try and convert people to her faith. 4. Michael tried to convert his neighborhood. Even after he became famous, Michael Jackson continued to preach to his neighborhood. He would wear disguises like mustaches, glasses, and hats to avoid being recognized as he tried to convert people. But when he went on to release his video for the hit single Thriller, his relationship with the church started to break down. 5. The family nanny says she pumped Michael's stomach. After Michael's death in June 2009, his children's nanny lifted the lid on the star's supposed drug abuse in the months leading up to his passing. Grace Ruaramba told UK reporters that she had to pump his stomach many times. He always mixed so much of it. There was one period that it was so bad that I didn't let the children see him. He always ate too little and mixed too much. 6. Michael had a stash of child photos under his bed. Back in 2019, investigators allegedly found a collection of erotic material and bondage pictures of small boys in a suitcase under his bed. There were pictures and magazines with the fingerprints of Jackson and a few other boys on the same pages. This was used as evidence to build up the case against Michael Jackson's estate. 7. LaToya has a conspiracy theory about Michael's death. In her book Starting Over, LaToya says she's convinced that business advisors and doctors had been scheming to work Michael's death with the This Is It concerts and then profit off his estate. This is something that was also suggested in the media shortly after the singer's passing. 8. MJ's physician was charged with involuntary manslaughter. In July 2009, DEA officers raided the clinic of Michael Jackson's former physician, Dr. Conrad Murray. He was later charged with involuntary manslaughter after giving the singer a dose of propofol just before he died. The physician was subsequently sentenced to 4 years in jail, but only served 2 of them. 9. Michael gave the mothers of his child friends expensive gifts. Apparently, Michael Jackson gave the mothers of his child friends expensive gifts. Wade Robson's mother was given a permanent resident visa, the Safechucks were given a house, and James Chandler's mother received a diamond bracelet. The mothers remained oblivious to the situation of their young children. 10. His monkey Bubbles attempted suicide. Bubbles the monkey used to be joined at the hip to the star. But as the monkey got older and more aggressive, he had to be transferred to a sanctuary. In 2003, a bizarre story emerged. Apparently, Bubbles had attempted suicide and was rushed to hospital. He's since recovered and lives at the Center for Great Apes in Florida. According to his keepers, he spends his time painting, listening to flute music. 11. MJ was abused by his father. As a child star, Michael suffered hideous abuses at the hands of his dad. He was regularly whipped and cursed at, and in an interview with Oprah Winfrey, he shed tears and claimed that he was so terrified of his father that he would often vomit when he saw him. It's clear just how much mental damage this has done to the singer over the years. 12. His mother's strange habits affected him. Michael's mother, Katherine, wasn't just a devout Jehovah's Witness. She was also a fairly unusual individual with strange habits, which later affected her children. She was said to swab her children with rubbing alcohol, part of an obsession with cleanliness so extreme it turned her children into germaphobes, and smear their faces with Vaseline so it made them look nice and shiny. 13. His brother Jermaine made preparations for his trial. When Michael Jackson was on trial for sexual molestation, brother Jermaine was busy making preparations. If Michael was found guilty, Jermaine had a plan. He would jet Michael over to the tiny Middle Eastern island of Bahrain, which has no extradition treaty with the US. Apparently, Michael had no idea of the plan. 14. His estate condemned the Leaving Neverland documentary. The Michael Jackson estate was not happy about Leaving Neverland. According to the Washington Post, the documentary effectively put Michael Jackson's cultural legacy and $2 billion empire in jeopardy. Before the film was released, the estate condemned it, calling it an outrageous and pathetic attempt to exploit and cash in on Michael Jackson. 15. Michael was strictly anti-drug until he became addicted to painkillers. Sister LaToya has been vocal about Michael's life, and her book went into more detail about his final years. She claimed that Michael was fanatically anti-drug before he became addicted to painkillers later in life. Michael didn't believe in putting any chemicals in his body, and he was devoted to healthy food. And there you have it, folks, the 15 darkest secrets of Michael Jackson revealed. We hope that you found this episode informative and entertaining, and that it has given you a deeper insight into the complex and fascinating life of one of the greatest entertainers of all time. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for more exciting content, and we will see you in the next episode.